Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to start the machine learning subject. We have already seen in last session that what is machine learning, then what is data science, what is artificial intelligence, then difference between all these three, then what is learn, what is learning, what is machine learning. Okay, we have seen the differences between all these three. Then we have seen what is traditional learning or what is traditional programming and what is machine learning. We have seen the difference between these. Okay, so today we are going to see some basic concept regarding that machine learnings. Okay, so what machine learning is. Okay, so here that Herbert Alexander Simon, he is a researcher. He tells that the learning is an any process by which a system improves performance from experience. What he says, learning is an any process by which system improves performance by or from experience. Okay. Then machine learning is a concern with computer programs that automatically improve their performance through experience. It is a computer program that automatically improve their performance through experience. Your experience means previous results of that systems. Okay, so we have seen what is machine learning in last sessions also. Okay, so what why machine learning, we have also seen that is why machine learning, what is the necessity of that machine learning is. So develop systems that can automatically adapt and customize themselves to individual users. We have to develop systems such like that that automatically adapt and customize themselves to that users, like personalized news or mail filters. Okay, so we have to discover new knowledge from large database, that is data mining. We have seen the data mining also. That means we have to discover a knowledge from large database. Suppose we are having a huge database here, then we have to extract the useful information from that database, that is data mining, like market basket analysis. Okay, then ability to mimic human and replace certain monotonous tasks, like we have to uh, develop systems such like that who can act like humans. Okay, which requires some intelligence also, like recognizing handwritten characters from users. Okay, so how to recognize that characters, which character is correct one. So recognizing this one, like, so that we can develop systems such like that who can recognize some handwritten characters. Okay, then develop systems that are too difficult or expensive to construct manually. Okay, because they require specific detailed skill or knowledge tuned to a specific task, like knowledge engineering bottleneck. We have to suppose there are a lot of systems that are manually complex or difficult to understand or difficult to use, so that we can develop systems such like that we can that system can remove that complexity from that system. Okay, we have to develop system like that. So that is machine learning. At that time, or that at that point, machine learning is important. Okay, why now? Because currently here you can see the flood of available data. In nowadays, data is in size very large. Okay, because of social networks, internet. Okay, so it increases computational power. It takes lot much time to execute that data. Then growing progress is in available algorithms and theory developed by researchers. So why machine learning is required now? Because in nowadays algorithms are growing updated. Okay, so there are several things are update. Several things are included in algorithms. Algorithms are also updated. Okay, so increase support from industry. So that's why we need machine learning nowadays. Okay, so there are several applications of machine learning, like image processing, marketing, diagnosis, then speech recognition, biometric sections, natural language processing, then recommendation systems. Okay, personalizations in speech recognition systems also, then intrusion detection systems, fraud detection. Several applications are there where we can use machine learning, like multimedia sector, security, information retrieval, in game sections, in search engines. Okay, there are several applications for machine learning. Here, what is the concept of machine learning? Okay, in machine learning systems, what is learning here? Improving and experience. What? Improving with experience at some task. Improving with some, improving with experience at some task. Here, what to improve? Improve over task T. Okay, consider task T. Improve over task T with respect to performance measures P. Performance measures P. Then based on experience. Okay, what is learning here? Improving with experience at some task. So whenever we are going to execute any task, we have to improve their performance by their experience or by their previous results. So what is task here? Task is denoted by T, performance measures P, based on experience P. Okay, they, in machine learning, lot of mathematical concepts are there. Okay, we have to calculate that probability, then we have to calculate that Euclidean, okay, mean. Okay, so here one example for machine learning, spam filtering. Okay, what is spam? All, it is all email the user does not want to receive and has not asked to receive. Okay, you can see in mail section this spam folder is there, that unwanted emails. Okay, so what is task here? We have to identify spam emails. Here you can see T, that is task. Identify, what we have to identify? We have to identify the spam emails. Okay, then what is performance measure here? That is P, percentage of spam emails that were filtered, number of or percentage of spam emails that were filtered, then percentage of ham, that is non-spam. Okay, emails that were incorrectly filtered out. Okay, then E is the database of emails. Okay, database of emails. Then how we can uh, process that emails or filtering of that emails? By some pre-processing techniques, some classifiers, some patterns, by using some patterns. Okay, by using some concepts, some feature data sets, feature vectors, we are going to perform some mathematical operations, or we are going to use some algorithms. Okay, so what is learning process here? What is learning process? Okay, so here you can see the real world. Okay, so we are having some measuring devices like sensors for cameras and database. Okay, measuring devices we are having. Then after measuring that devices, we are going to pre-process. We are going to do the pre-processing using some techniques, like here you can see the noise filtering. For that, feature extraction is there, normalization technique is there for pre-processing. Okay, after that, dimensionality reduction. Okay, so what dimensionality reduction includes? Here you can see the graphical representation. Okay, so what we are going to do? Feature selection or feature projections we are going to here you can see the feature extraction. After extracting that features, we are going to select from that. Okay, that is dimensionality reduction here. Then after that, model learning. In model learning, we are going to classify. We are going to use that machine learning techniques. Here you can see classification, regression, clustering, description. Here we are going to use some modeling techniques here, or machine learning techniques or algorithms. Okay, then after that, we are going to test that models, like using cross validation, using bootstrap. Okay, and finally we are going to analyze that result. This is the learning process. This includes all these are the steps of that learning process. Okay, so here you can see one example of that learning process. Here, email server, we have seen that. For email server, we are going to measure the devices. Here we are going to measure that email server. Okay, then while pre-processing, what we are going to pre-process? Number of recipients, size of that message, number of attachments, number of race in the subject line. Okay, so we are going to process that email server for that learning process. Okay, we are going to, here we have seen that example of spam filtering. These are the steps of learning process. Okay, and here you can see the data set for this. Here you can see these are the instances. These are the numerical, the dominal and ordinary. Yeah, these are the input attributes, and this is the target attribute. What we are want to get that email is ham or spam. Okay. So what are the attributes for that? Number of new recipients, email length, then country by their IPs and customer types. Okay. Here we have classified this data. Okay. Class. Here you can see the classifications. This is the data set. Okay. These are the input attributes for this, and this is the target attribute. The next step is we have to model model learning. We are going to use the machine learning techniques here. Here we are having training data set, database training set. Okay, yeah, this is the train data set. Then we are going to use some, yeah, this is slide mismatch. Okay, so we are going to use some algorithms. Okay, in model learning we are going to use some learner algorithm or induction or inducer algorithms here for which are going to be process that data. Okay, so after performing some operations using that algorithm on that data, we will get some results, and that results will be classified. We are going to classify that data using classifiers or classification models. Okay, here you can see the tree like structure. We are going to classify that result. Here for email, here you can see the last step is model testing. Here we are having the training data set. After filtering that data, okay, here you can see using algorithm we have segregated that spam emails or ham mails. Okay, so after processing those mails or the data set by algorithms, we are going to classify that model. Okay, so there are several algorithms, learning algorithms are there for genetic algorithms, boosting, then SVD, that is singular value decomposition, then support vector machine decision trees, factor analysis. Here you can support machine learning, support vector machine, logistic regression, Navy bias is there, Bayesian network, then k-means clustering is there. Here you can see the then radio basis functions. Several learning algorithms are there for processing like Euclidean, then a priori algorithm is there. Okay, several algorithms are also there for learnings. Here how we have classified this, here you can see that green section, that is non-spam mails are there. These are the number of new recipients, and these are the spam mails for every recipient. Here you can see, here for first there is no spam. For second, here you can see this is the one mail for one spam mail is from second receiver. Here you can see for third one, fourth one. Okay, these are the error, that is some non-spam mails are also included in this. Okay, here then for third one, here you can see the error. Okay, then this is the email length of spam or non-spam mail for all the recipients. Then after getting this, we have to classify this. Here you can see that this is the email length and these are the new recipients. Here how would you classify this data? Here these are the non-spam mails or these are the spam mails. How we are going to classify this? Okay, using linear classifier. Here you can see, here you can see after this, these are the segregated by, these are the non-spam and these are the spam mails. Okay, then when any new mail is sent, then first place the new mail in the space. Okay, then classify it according to the subspace in which it resides. Okay, then we are going to, here you can see the new mail is classified into that spaces, that is spam or non-spam. Here then how we are going to classify this data. Here you can see this line is moving. Okay, this is the way we can classify, number of ways, number of, here you can see from this which one is best, we have to choose that for classification. Okay, here classifier margin, we have to define the margin of the linear classifier as the width that the boundary could be increased by before hitting the data point. Here you can see after drawing this, there are several boundaries or several mails are hitting at this point. Okay, so we have to set some margins or some boundaries for that classifications. Okay, so that we can easily classify this data. Here you can see the mixture, the number of, there are different ways we can classify. Okay, so we have to set some boundaries. How to set this? Here you can see this line. Okay, then maximum margin, we have to set the maximum margin. The maximum margin linear classifier is the linear classifier with the maximum margin. Here we have said, you can see that maximum margin, we have said that no boundaries are, or no spam or ham mails are approaching to that line, this line. Okay, so this is the simplest kind of SVM, that is support vector machine. Okay, it's called as LS LSVM, that is linear support vector machine. Here you can see, so no linear classifier can cover all the instances. Here you can see no linear. Here you can see that spam is included in non-spam section. So how we are going to classify now this? Okay, so there are different ways we have to set the boundary conditions here. So what is the best way? The best decision boundary should be the one which provides the optimal performance. Okay, how optimal performance? Here you can see the different ways we can classify this here. No linear classifier can cover all the instances here. So how we classify this? Here you can see the way we classify. Okay, there are different ways. So for our satisfaction is premature, because central aim of designing a classifier is to correctly classify the novel input. Usage of generalization. Here you can see, after classifying this, which one we have to choose here. Here you can see this. Here two errors are there. You can, for in simple model, here you can see one spam is included in non-spam section and another non-spam is included in spam section here. And in this, yeah, zero errors, but it is complicated. Here you can see we have classified this, but it is complicated. Okay, this is the complicated model. Based on this, how we can choose best one. Okay, so evaluating what's been learned here. Here you can see how we can choose the best one here. So we randomly select a portion of data to be used for training. Okay, the train, we have to choose the training set, then we have to train that model on the training set here. Once the model is trained, we run the model on the remaining instances. So we are going to test that set here. So here you can see this is the model with two errors here. So we are going to classify. We are going to classify this, or we are going to draw the confusion matrix here. Here you can see this is the actuals. Okay, and this here we are going to classify this. Okay, we are going to classify based on this classification. We are going to draw the confusion matrix for this training set. Okay, so non-linearly separable. Here you can see that we have not segregated or we are not classified this. Yeah, this is the raw data. Okay, number of mixture of that spam and non-spam mails here. You can see non-linearly separable case here. Here now you can see we are going to separate this, but you can see the partition here, mixture of that spam and ham mails. Okay, now here you can see this is the complicated way we are going to segregate, or we are going to classify this spam mails. Here you can see the no spam mails are included in this ham mails. Okay, but this is the complicated way. Here next you can see the number of ways non-linearly separable case. Yeah, then next point is lazy learners. What is lazy learner here? So generalization beyond the training data is delayed until a new instance is provided to the system. Here you can see the lazy learner. Here we are having training data set, but this is the lazy learner, or instead of using any algorithms directly after processing, here you can see the classifier here, the data, how the data is occurs here. No classification is there. Okay, so lazy learners include some instance-based learning is there. Here, what to see here? You can see based on the diagram that lazy learner don't know what to see in training set, what training set contains. Okay, so there are different algorithms are there in uh, machine learning. Is there k nearest neighbors? Okay, then we can here the next part is that example is classified using some algorithms. Here you can see based on some decision trees. Here there are decision tree for drawing the decision tree. There are several rules are there, several classifier is also there. Okay, so that's it for today's session for machine learning. Okay, thank you.